Yeah, so they say, the experts say that it's only going to be about 74 degrees as a high today, unless you're in Kansas. Have you seen the blizzard warnings for the Midwest? I mean, it's really treacherous weather. But all you have to do is go a couple of hours north, and you still have to be really careful, particularly for those of us who don't know how to drive in the winter time. Shahe Koulloukian,
yes,
Mazvo Car Care, how to prepare up front. You're the car guy.
Yes, first thing you need to do, most importantly, is check your battery. Make sure to have the battery tested. If it's under 2 years old, you're going to be potentially caught because once temperature reaches 32 degrees, the battery loses 35% of its power. When it goes to 0 degrees, 62% of its strength. So if it's under 2 years old and it's already kind of hanging in there, you're going to potentially be caught. So just play it safe. If you're going to go for a long trip, especially up north, get it replaced if it's anything older than 2 years old.
It gets really cold as you travel north in Arizona, and a lot of people forget about it. What else?
Tires, big time. Traction control is very important. You want better tread for better traction. Windshield washer fluid, make sure that it's got the right proper fluid, not just regular water.
I would never have thought about it.
Only because it does freeze up if it's just pure water and there's no alcohol content in there. As you know, alcohol doesn't freeze. So if you're driving and it's starting to snowflake, it's like rain. You want your washer to be to spray it and clean it, and your wiper blades as well. Make sure that that's really taken care of.
We're acknowledging that when you say alcohol does not freeze, it is not as a beverage. That
oh yes, about, no, we're not talking about scotch.
Yes, that's coming up.
And then lastly, of course, to play it safe, keep a bag of kitty litter in the back of the trunk.
What?
Kitty litter. Even if you don't have a cat, go and buy yourself some kitty litter, because if you're stuck overnight, you're in the cabin somewhere and it snowed pretty heavy and you need to move the vehicle, it helps for better traction. You just put a little bit either in the front or the rear of the vehicle. It'll help grab the ground a little better to help you get out of that spot that may be frozen.
And some of the tragedies that we remember from past winters have been as a result of the fact that people just simply can't get out of an icy ditch.
Absolutely, yes.
What about this thing about cleaning your car? This is kind of surprising to me. And you wrote in advance, make sure that you get the snow off the top of your car.
Correct. You've stayed in the cabin, you've enjoyed your hot cocoa. In the morning, you're ready to leave. You start the vehicle and you see the snow on top of the roof. You make sure that the windshield washer is clean and your windshield is good, but you take off without cleaning the snow. As you're driving, a clump of possibly frozen snow will slide, and as you're driving, it's a big surprise. And your wiper blade's not going to clean that up for you, so you want to get a broom and clean it.
Finally, all the technology that we have in our new cars.
Yes.
All of those special things that we have that are safety
you want to basically make sure that you're not too confident when you're driving, because all those sensors that tell you there's the car next to you, or that senses that you're too close to a curb, turn those off. You're allowed to turn those off with your settings, because if you're driving and snow flurries and wind, it's going to trigger that, and while you're driving, you're going to hear it and you're going to panic.
So
make sure they're
Mazvo
off.
people.
Yes.
Him. Shahe Koulloukian as our regular car guy, helping you avoid stress while driving.